Welcome to the conversation at airsafe.com. I'm your host, Todd Curtis. On November 19, 2015, U.S. authorities restricted EgyptAir Airlines from flying into the U.S. with anything in the cargo hold that was not passenger baggage. Why this restriction was put into place wasn't made clear by the U.S. government, but in light of recent events, especially the downing last month of a Metrojet A321 in the Sinai, there have been heightened concerns about Egyptian security around airports. That same day, I had an interview with BBC Radio where we discussed some of the issues around this policy change.
The US authorities have asked Egypt's national carrier not to allow any cargo on passenger planes heading to the United States from Egypt. This comes after a Russian airliner was brought down over Sinai by a bomb last month, killing all 224 people on board. We're joined live from Boston by Dr. Todd Curtis, who is the founder of airsafe.com, an air safety and security website. Thanks for talking to us, Dr. Curtis. First of all, is it actually common practice for passenger aircraft to carry cargo?
It's quite common practice. In fact, in the U.S. and elsewhere, cargo other than passengers' baggage is often a very good source of revenue and often the only source of profit for an airline.
Presumably, though, we would have thought that the safety measures should be the same for both passenger carriers and cargo aircraft.
Well, certainly there are security measures in place. For example, in the U.S., there are requirements that packages in larger aircraft, cargo aircraft especially, be X-rayed. But there may not be as much of a security network in other countries for scanning smaller packages, especially those that are forwarded from third parties. Let's say an express overnight delivery service, or even a freight forwarder. So the vetting of those packages, especially outside of the United States, may be suspect in some countries.
I mean, this is very interesting that the US has asked Egypt to do this. Does it suggest to you some specific intelligence?
Well, given that in the few days before this, you had the Russian authorities barring EgyptAir from flying to Russia at all, it points to perhaps a wider security concern, whether real or actual, in Egypt, not just at Sharm el-Sheikh, perhaps also in the other airports in Egypt.
Dr. Curtis, thank you. That was Dr. Todd Curtis.
For more about aviation safety and about the Metrojet event, please visit metrojet.airsafe.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.